ィアレスよ、後の蘇生は任せるぞ。
一時の苦痛を与えるのもやむなしということですね。
魔物を10人ごとに過ごし、10人は生き返らせる合理的な手段だ。
Attack on Shota. Attack on Titties. I think that's the one. Attack on Titties. Ecchi edition. Let's freaking go. I bet it's out there somewhere. Attack on Titties. Monsters everywhere. Big boobies. Okay, so here's the deal, my friends. The Demon Sword, blah, 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 are ecchi fest of an anime. And we just got done watching episode number 5, number 4, number 5, number 4, number 5, number 5, called The Great Uproar, okay? And here's where I am at with this show is, one, I'm not that excited or hype to watch it. And, you know, that kind of tells me a lot, okay? So, you know, how do you explain it? Every Saturday, right, assuming that I have time, but every Saturday for the last 26 weeks, or actually more than that, for the last 30 weeks, right? So for the most part of the year so far, every Saturday I'm like a child, and I cannot wait to watch the brand new episode of Pokemon. And Pokemon Horizons has been an awesome show to watch, and every Saturday, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens with 𝐒𝐿Ico this Saturday. If you haven't watched it, if you're not a Pokemon fan, don't worry. Just every Saturday, I'm excited to watch this show like I'm a kid, right? Same thing like when Shield Hero comes out, I'm excited to watch a new episode of Shield Hero. And this season, my gem of the season is Tear Moon Empire. Every week, I'm excited to watch Tear Moon Empire. When Mondays roll around, I am not that excited to watch the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Now, the thing that sucks about this show is there's a lot of really good, but then it's harping down by two things. One, a crazy plot that is really silly, and two is too much ecchi. Now, what I will say, last episode, very little. This episode, no ecchi, which is, I think, in better service, which is, I think, why this episode was a pretty good episode. But I think the ecchi part of it hampers it down too much, because like I've been saying for the past few weeks, if you're going to go ecchi, go full titty or don't do it. You know, it's like, pick one. A little, you know, a little thigh shot, a little foot shot here and there. Like those kinds of things, like little tasteful things are okay. But don't make your show about it. You know what I mean? Don't make your show about like, we could show you stuff, but we're not going to. You know, don't make your show about that, okay? Episode 5, I think, was pretty good. But here's the thing. When I think about Demon Sword Academy, and I think of Xion, or whatever the hell this kid's name is, right? Xion, whatever. When I think of this kid, I think what a compelling story it would have been to show him as a kid becoming the holy sword, becoming the hero, spending a few years as the hero, because this episode showed us 12-year-old him. So imagine seeing him from like 11, 12 years old to 16, all the way up to that betrayal that we saw a couple episodes ago. So he got betrayed like big time betrayed. But imagine seeing him go through all those motions of being a hero, defeating evil, and then getting betrayed, and then getting to see him meet the demon lady. We don't even know who she is, but this demon evil entity, and then get to see his uprising of him becoming the demon lord, the antagonist, the antithesis of evil. Like, that would have been so effing cool. Then they could have had a second or third season where they suddenly pivot to what they're doing now. It was like he's reincarnated 1,000 years later. Like, that would have been some badass shit. Like, that would have been a really, really good show. I would have loved to see that, because what they've shown us so far in these flashbacks is we got to see his betrayal. We got to see a 16-year-old version of him. We got to know that he had a lot of renown. A lot of people really praised the hell out of this guy. So he was doing some really good stuff, but he had the thought process of like, but we could do more. We could we don't have to defeat the demons. We could control them. Like, we could use them. Like he had some really crazy but good thoughts. And he had people behind him, but he obviously, for every good person, for every person that likes you, there's 10 that hate you. That's just kind of the way that it goes in life. And he was living proof of that, right? But I think that just would have been awesome. This episode, we got to see 12-year-old him, and we got to see that the Heroes Party wasn't a fan of him. And for some reason, the Heroes Party were effed up. Like, these dudes were effed up. Like, I mean, shitty people. And we got to see that this you know, Ganondorf looking dude, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I should not Ganondorf, that's Zelda. This whatever Lord of the Rings one is. I don't know. Put it in there. But we got to see this old mage dude basically summon a mini sun to like bake and destroy all of these Attack on Titan looking people, monsters. And he was going to like bake the whole city. Like, he was going to just like, if the sun landed in your city, like, he was just going to bake the whole thing. And then they could just use holy power and just, you know, revive everybody. It's like, yo, you're going to kill everybody? Like, that seems effed up. So the hero goes and he's like, no, let's not do that. He saves the day. He F's up his little son, you know, and then we find out the heroes are like, yo, this guy needs to go. Like, he's going to be a big problem. Like, he doesn't match up with our thought process. Like, we're hot and cold. We're yin and yang. We're not flowing with this thing. So we know by age 12-year-old version of our MC was already hated by the people that should have been the closest to him. So cool. You know, but then when we transition to the actual episode, we get to the voids. The voids are really stupid. Like, I also want to know what the deal is with them. Like, what's the deal with them? But like, I don't really like, this is stupid line. And then we find out that I guess old mage guy turned into the main void or something like that. Again, I don't know. You know, like, I don't know. Is that what we're here for? Like, I don't know. So again, it's like there's so much potential, like, in the world that this author built. I feel like there's just so much potential here, and I feel like this could have been something really great. Obviously, we're not going to get any of what I would love, but we're going to get what we get. But like, you know, I'm just like, the world and the characters. There's so much compelling material here that it's kind of sad to see that we're not going to see it fully realized. You know what I mean? So anyways, those are my thoughts on this episode. I know I kind of went on a big tangent. I barely talked about this episode, but like, Attack on Titty, episode 5. All right, my friends. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.